Welcome, everyone, to Pitbull Stadium, not far from Miami and the home of the FIU Panthers. And today, this fan base eager to show everyone what the Panthers' home field advantage is all about. The Blue Hens will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So FIU's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Takes the handoff. It's Owens. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
With the catch, it's Dawson. He's loose. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long, it's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally, make a tackle, and force the punter onto the field. They let him get loose, break some tackles, and with the first, the offense stays on the field.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll run it from the gun. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. And the Panthers headed quickly to the line. Back to throw, it's Jenkins. Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Blue Hens offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game man.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that...
Oh, out of space. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Kelly. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Really good job by this defense, man. 4th down and short. Great job playing the quarterback first. That's the most important part of the option. Don't let him get downhill. Now it gets to the pitchman and gets a little bit outside. They run to the football and get the big stop on 4th down.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw. It's Jenkins. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the... right down the gut of the field. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Delaware. How about this defense taking one back to the house? They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Handoff from the gun. Slithers into space.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Power football with the run. Fights off the defender. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. FIU pushing tempo. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. FIU will line up to punt. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And here comes the punt team. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a very good punt under the pressure. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. No kick.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Dropping back, it's Proctor. Makes the grab. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
One of the most difficult things about this slot receiver is his shiftiness and his athleticism. He's very, very difficult to tackle after the catch.
Not a lot of room. It found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. They'll run play action. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. FIU will line up to punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the period. It's Delaware holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. He powers his way ahead. Gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Scrambling away. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gets the back moving, making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And the defense has to be kicking themselves for allowing a first down there. You're just maybe going to give them a few yards and let them set up for a field goal. Instead, you let them move the chains, and now they're knocking on your door 1st and goal.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Fires to the tight end. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. They'll go to the toss. And they're able to get him on the ground. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. FIU will line up to punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Guys, the Devil Bear offense going back to work. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. From the gun. Fires left. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start.
He's got it at the 25. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense,
they get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. Give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air. It's Proctor. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Good right down the boulevard. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the 1st down, I think you just keep your points. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Miami. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Buys a little time. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Goes to the option. Gives it on the option. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. The short hands, it's LeBoy. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Makes a grab past the marker. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Catch in the middle. It's LeBoy. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Finds his big tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Blue Hens are marching down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Blue Hens are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Well, after the tackle now, that sets up 4th and 2. And these offenses, they practice for these types of situations. It's not like they just have quarterbacks sneak in their back pocket for 4th and inches. They've got plays designed to go and get this, David, so it'll be interesting to see if this offense wants to roll the dice.
Yeah, and most of the time, I'm rolling the dice. I'm going to be aggressive. And as a defense...
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. And the Blue Hens getting set on 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Delaware.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Gonna run it. It's Owens. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Sets up the screen. Wide open spaces. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. FIU will line up to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Let's see what he can do with it. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. This offense has it with really good field position. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense knew coming into this one, this offense would take shots. They know they have targets.